Happy Tuesday morning, folks. It's Europa League week. Welcome back. We're going to talk a bit about the news. Alright, we get Scottish Cup 5th round draw. We've got Alex Lowry at the door. I also want to talk about Rafael Fernandez. May as well talk about him straight away. What's the gimmick there, right? Can he be registered for these games? I don't, but see, I think that's the conundrum. I thought a lot of us at the start of this season thought, here, if Europe's not going according to plan, we can sign people. Because I've heard this about like loads of players getting signed for Europe. Maybe it's for the later stages. Leave it down below though, because it would make no sense that you couldn't like register Hadji, for example, but you had to register Rafael Fernandez. And you know what, it just pisses me off that like we've got a guy as good as Hadji having to sit on the bench. You know what I mean? Oh, not on the bench, fuck, he has to sit in the house. Well, I'm sure he's allowed down to Old Trafford, you get my point, alright? And the thing that annoys me most about it is the fact that it weakens us. You know what I mean? No two ways about it. And talking of weakness, or lack of, Alex Lowry is at the door. Alex Lowry is at the door. Well, I say at the door, as I'm recording this, it's not official, but you know what? It may as well be official. Wycombe Wanderers are in for him. I believe he's only got 6 months left on his deal. You know what? Alex Lowry was once a hot prospect, but for me, he never applied himself right. And I'll actually defend him here. I don't think he never applied himself right. But there's 100 players in Rangers over the past bunch of years that haven't applied themselves. So the question is, why should Alex Lowry get shafted for it? You know what I mean? Kieran Doyle couldn't even apply DP. You know what I mean? So why is he constantly hovering around the bench like a bad smell? Time will tell, folks, to be brutally honest there, but yeah, don't really understand it for the life of me. Why Alex Lowry got completely frozen out. You know what, he didn't apply himself, but he didn't get given a lot of time either. He went to Hearts and yeah, wasn't exactly spectacular. I think we're more than man enough to admit that. But I think so many players over the years have been given more chances than Alex Lowry. And I don't want to, you know what I mean, I don't want to hear the same about Bailey Rice or, you know, Curtis or Fraser or Moon or Munn even. Moon. I think I'm on the moon. But you know what I mean, troops, it's like they need to be given a chance. And I don't think Alex Lowry was given a proper chance at us, to be honest. You know, if you want to talk about like youth players that have been given a chance at Rangers over like the past couple of years, I'm looking at, you know, Ross McCausland, right? He's been given a proper chance. He has been in that Rangers squad now for like what, 16 months, and he's flattered to deceive. And you know, I mean, are you telling me if someone like a Zach Lovelace, right, or a Bailey Rice, etc., if they were in this Rangers team as much as Ross McCausland's featured over the past 16 months, they wouldn't have massively benefited from it? Of course they would have. We just need to give these guys a chance. I mean, McCausland got lucky in a sense because we literally had no right wingers at the club. So yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate. But anyway, folks, yeah, Alex Lowry away. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to massively miss the guy, but it's a shame it couldn't work out. But again, I don't think he applied himself. And then our final bit of news, folks, the Scottish Cup 5th round draw. I was actually going to make a separate vid on this last night. Hell, I was debating doing a live stream, but you know what, I went, nah, I'll not do a live stream, I'll do a vid. Then Queen's Park got pulled at the hat and went, and I was like, nah, that's not even worth a vid. But here, I'll address it today. Another home tie. I mean, it's a really awful draw, you know, Celtic Rangers both at home, and then a bunch of other teams like getting lower league opposition. I mean, Hibs away to Ayers, half intriguing, and then Hearts away to St Mirren's, half intriguing as well. Anyway, folks, that's about it. You know what I mean? Like, we'll beat Queen's Park. It was a bit of funny banter last night on Premier Sports. I don't know if anyone missed it. Alan Hutton's like, oh, don't worry, Tony, I got you, Airdrie. And Callum David's like, but you got me Rangers. I don't know. If you were watching the coverage last night, you probably would have appreciated it. But if you didn't, you're probably like, what's he on about? But you know what? Shout out to Premier Sports. You know, there was question marks over their coverage and is it really going to add much, these extra games? It really has, man. I think they've honestly stepped up to task. So yeah, fair play to them. We need more games being covered in Scottish football, because last night's Dundee derby was great, 1-0 like, but had its drama.